Okay, so are we rolling? Oh, we're rolling. Okay, cool. Hey, it's Jomar here again for another edition of Conversations for Brand Leadership Insights with Jomar. And today, right now, I have with me Mr. Gunnar Griese. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, of course.
I did ask you yesterday if we could do this.
No, all good.
And you kind of punished yourself to having a few more IPAs than what you
exactly.
thought you were having. So here we are. Congrats on putting together your first program for Analytics Dev.
Thank you.
Do you want to give us a bit of an insight of the analyticsdev.net story from way back in conception?
Way back, yeah.
I think it was at
almost a year ago now, I would say.
Yeah,
it was
Camp
when
Copenhagen.
Steen asked me, I don't know, I think I was just done with my session in the Measure Camp, and then he came over and was like, Gunnar, I have this idea. You know, Web Analytics
That's where you
Wednesday.
run. By the way, that's where you go, oh, sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, exactly. I got this idea.
Yeah.
I was like, I was not quick enough.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, tell me. And then he was like, you know, Web Analytics Wednesday. It's been around for ages. Started out super technical. It was this big nerd fest essentially, where all the practitioners were talking about the problems and the solutions that are found to these problems. And then over the years, it has just become, as the industry has matured and then grown. And the event has grown itself. The topics had widened up, and I think the people that were truly deeply in the trenches felt like, okay, this is not so much for me anymore. And Steen wanted to do something about it, which was then, how about us putting together an event that goes back to the roots of what Web Analytics.
The more the technical side and the deeper dive. Because the challenge is when you have like more than 80, 150, 200 people in the room, the more technical you get, the more you alienate the room, because there's so many technologies now,
So this is a bit more, I would say a bit smaller, a bit more intimate.
Yeah.
And again, the idea is to have people completely focused on the tech stuff. Really.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And we have one of our keynotes hovering around in the photo bombing and video bombing us in the background.
He got a haircut yesterday.
Yeah, and he did get a haircut, but we're not filming him today, we're filming you. So what's been some of the interesting challenges you've had in terms of, it's a great program for the inaugural Analytics Dev.
I think so too, yes.
What's some of the tell us about the journey in doing this.
I think it was, first of all, who should be on the program, right? So who's on your consideration list, and just going through, because there's so many great people out there, so many great practitioners. Who do you pick? Who do you select, right? And then I think finding a good balance so that that you have a good, diverse program as well, where you are able to show a lot of the sides of what analytics dev or technical digital analytics is about. And I'm at the end of the day really happy with what we put together, right? So that we have, I think, good sizable amount of Copenhagen-based speakers plus international figures. Yeah. Then we got some OG legends.
Exactly.
Back.
And that's the importance with the streams, right? So we can go deeper with the smaller, intimate breakouts.
Exactly, yeah.
Right?
So there's going to be like these keynote speakers, so like a bit broader topics, and then we have these three tracks, if we want to call it, or breakout sessions essentially. Where one is, I think, a bit more focused on agentic, AI focused, and then we have another one that's more on the debugging and technical side, and then one more on the server side tagging track. That's I think what we're going to end up with, right?
And a bit about you. What kind of areas are you covering a lot more these days? The signal engineering was super interesting, right? I'm just explain again the whole concept behind signal engineering.
Signal engineering is the idea is essentially that you're a bit more intentful about the data that you send back to the marketing platforms, right? So that you not just follow the default setup and buy into the platform story of what signals you should send them back, but rather that you decide on, okay, this is my business goal. I don't know, I want to make as much profit as I can. So instead of just sending a purchase event back when a user makes a transaction on our website, with the revenue value, I'm actually going to send the profit value back, which might even take into account some business logic like return rates, discounts, and so on and so forth, to really essentially telling the signals what success looks like for your business, but not necessarily for them. And I think that's the
So like
the
getting
core
the
idea.
true bottom line effect of the campaign rather than just the top
Exactly,
level.
and exactly. Might as well be like a top level. If that's the goal of the campaign, the business goal of this campaign is to increase reach, then you obviously should also feed back the respectful signals. But it's more about the idea to think about what you send back and not just go with your your vanilla tracking setup. It's again being intentful and do this. That's
And this is also what you covered at your first Super Week.
I spoke about it at the Super Week topic session and various measure camps. I think might even talk about it at the measure camp Malmö again. I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
And then I think since you just asked me what am I working on, signal engineering, I think that's super interesting, something that I really enjoy. And then I think otherwise I would be lying if I would say that I'm not working at all with AI, right? So there's I think conversational analytics is a big topic these days with my clients that I see. So companies are really interested in making the data more accessible, also giving it to not necessarily only data people, but truly build something self-service like. Then all these agents that companies are implementing on their website, so exposing it to the users, or maybe even internally, there is a treasure trove of data in there actually that is super interesting to
it's really opened up a whole world of, no longer do we need totally structured data, right? Even conversations and transcripts and your entire your emails, your calendar become data sources. So it's pretty mind-blowing, right?
Yeah. And then maybe tying that back to our Analytics Dev event, this is exactly what Mark's going to talk about, right? So Mark Edmondson, who we brought back from his AI
a little video guest that bombed our session.
Exactly. Yes.
He got the attention last time. He's a bit of an attention queen, right?
So, but he's going to talk about about his journey on how he started out in digital analytics, went into AI, and is still applying digital analytics concepts to these new AI agent tracking principles.
Yeah,
so that's
and we also have Jenny and Christina from Morstad, and we had the webcast with them, and that looks super exciting what they're covering.
I'm really excited for the masterclass, the tracking concepts that they're going to be teaching to the people that signed up for that. And then I think they have two great talks. I love how Christina she's I think super hands-on when it comes to this and really curious and trying to really understand how things work, and she's going to talk about server-side tracking for apps and how to debug that. So I think that's something to look forward if you really want to go into the nitty-gritty details, and she's the right person for it. Jenny is going to talk about another topic that's close to my heart, which is real-time data enrichment. So how you can use GTM server-side essentially to enrich your data stream in real time with CRM data, profit margins. We just talked about this. Signal engineering angle to it as well. Stape obviously is going to be there, one of our sponsors, and keynotes as well. They're going to talk about I think GTM server side. What else?
It's a full program, right? So we don't want to go and try and mention everyone because we'll miss someone out. So but Gunnar, thanks again for dragging you over, even though so you're a bit IPA.
It was not as bad as I thought it might be.
No, it wasn't. It's just a conversation and we go with the flow. Something for my Substack and other stuff. But congrats again on a great program, and
looking forward to it.
We look forward to talking about it in future episodes when it's in our rearview mirror.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Gunnar.
you, John.
Cheers.